When we were in kindergarten, we knew at one point that we will go into elementary school, to the cool kids. And then in elementary school, we knew that one day we will go to high school, so to the other cool kids. And then when we were in high school, we knew at one point we will also be able to go to college, university, or even have a career right away. But we always knew the next step. We always knew what next identity is going to wait for us, what we're going to go into. And once we were not in kindergarten anymore, once we were in elementary school, we also said, I'm in elementary school. I'm a student. I'm in school. I'm not in kindergarten anymore. These are the losers. These are the babies. So we identified instantly with the new, and we let go of the old story. So we've been using law of assumption all of our lives. You did, I have, everyone has. We used that all of our lives. We were just not aware of that fact, and we haven't learned how to use it for anything else besides that. And you can do this today. You can do this right now because you're already so good at it. You are a pro at law of assumption. You just need to realize it again. You just have to become aware of it again, and you have to use it in the same way you naturally did back then. So the first step, what you're going to do is, obviously you need a specific desire. And you wouldn't watch this video if there's not something that you really want to have and you don't have it right now, whether that's a specific person, a person in general, like a new one, or you want a specific new career, more money, a new house, you want to move countries, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You have your specific desire and you want to reach that. Now you have to treat it the same way you were treating high school or college or the career you wanted to have back then. You have to treat it the same way. You have to assume this is going to happen no matter what. I will take the steps it takes. So in high school, you knew if you want to go to a specific college or to a specific uni, you knew you have to get certain grades. So you studied for the exams, you took the tests, you took the SATs or whatever you take, and then you went and you got graduated and got into college. You have to treat your desire the same exact way. This is what you want. This is what you're going to get. You just have to take the steps for it, and that is it. That's all it's going to take. It's just for you to take the steps, and you're going to have it. That's all. That is law of assumption, very simply, very easy explained. Like, that is it. Like, that's the core of it. It is that simple. And what you need to do then, obviously, is to do the work. And yes, I know with school and careers, you know what's going to take. You know what grades you need. You know what college degree you need for specific careers, whether that's masters, PhDs, whatever it is, you know that because someone is telling you what you need, so you can just do what's being told to you, right? But with your desires, it might feel a little bit different because you don't know where to start. You don't know the exact way. You don't know the qualifications for that desire. But it's really, really simple. It's even easier than graduating from high school. It's even easier than getting into college. It is just you having to create some intimacy, into me I see, with yourself to be able to find your own path. And it's super simple. It is very easy to do. Once you start doing the inner work, once you start to sit down, doing some meditations, maybe some loop affirmations, maybe you're already working on your self-concept, we will get into that in a second. Whatever you're doing, you will have a much clearer vision of what to do next, and it sounds weird, but the universe or like your reality will start to help you. You will see the signs, you will see the next steps very clearly once you start actually walking that path. Now, what you need to do is like we did when we were little and we knew we're gonna be in high school. We started imagining what it will be like to be in high school. Or if you remember the time when you got your driver's license, like we imagine as kids how it would feel to drive a car. At least that was for me. Like whenever I was in the car with my parents, I imagined what it would feel like to actually be able to drive a car. Or I also remember what it would feel like to be able to speak English fluently before I went to the United States. So I was like, oh my gosh, what would it feel like? What is it being like? What would it feel like to be, and this is so funny, being able to like even fight with your siblings in another language, because then you have to like be really good at the language. Like you have to shoot and come up with like instant like things. I was like, what does it feel like? We started to envision that. We started to have a clear mental picture of what it feels like, and we started to kind of like step into the mental reality of it, into the what kind of person will I be once I, have the skill, or once I am once I do the career professionally. Like if you wanted to become a nurse or a doctor, you would maybe think about, oh, how does it feel to actually treat the patients? How does it actually feel to wear the clothes, to walk through the hospital, to actually have the conversations with the patient? Like, what does that feel like? And you start to become that personality. Like you really shift your self-concept, and you think, what am I going to be like? Who am I as a doctor? Who am I as a college student? I never went to uni, but even if I would imagine it now, like what kind of college student would I be? And your mood, your personality instantly shifts. Like that, like with the click of your finger, you instantly start to maybe sit different, or you start to talk different, or you start to just behave differently. And that is going to help you to figure out what to do next. Because when you really think about it, when you want to be a doctor, for example, what does a doctor have to be? Like the doctor needs to know about like different kinds of symptoms in order to figure out what to do next. So you have to obviously go to uni, you have to study everything in medicine that is possible, or like in the area you want to work in, you have to study for it. And then you also have to have some practice, so you'd probably do some internships, because I think the theory of symptoms and like actually seeing a patient, explaining to you what is going on, is obviously different. So you also have to have the practice. And that is the same thing when it comes to your desires. Like, just imagine who you're going to be once you're, for example, married to your, favorite person, to your specific person. What do you do? Like, what are the things? Like, what does your day look like? And you start to live your day according to that. You start to shift your hobbies, your behaviors as close to that as possible. And you start with what you already have. You start with what you can already do, and get it as close as possible to what you see mentally in your vision. Same goes with when you want to have more money. Like your desire is being financially free. What does your day look like? What do you do? What do you do professionally? Maybe all of a sudden you have a completely new idea of what you want to do professionally. Maybe you want to switch careers, maybe you want to start your own business, maybe it's something completely different. You will see that, you will start to have a clear vision once you start to spend time envision that, and giving yourself also the space of doing it. Like I always, when I am close to a shift, or I want to manifest something new, I really spend a lot of time just by myself in order to figure these things out. I sit down and maybe do a meditation. I love congratulation meditations, and really feel like I've already done it, like it's already manifested and someone just congratulates me on it, whether that's my parents, whether that's my best friends, whether that's the person that does the meditation, like whatever that is. I really envision having it done. It's already happened. It feels so great. And obviously I think about the fact and how I react and how I act and how life has changed and how it feels like, how even like the maybe new house smells like. How does it feel like to walk on the beach barefoot if you wanna, like if your desire is to move countries or to go on a great vacation. Like make it really, really vivid. Like make your mental picture really, really vivid. Like you did when you were younger. Really envision the high school and how classes are gonna be like and what your teachers may look like. And I think we've all been there. Like, we all thought about how we would be as Hogwarts students. Like, don't say no. Like, I know exactly how it would feel like having the hat on, getting into Gryffindor, walking into the rooms, getting into the classes and studying for the classes, making potions. Like, honestly, it is so rude that I have never gotten my letter. Like, it's so rude. Like, I would be a very good Hogwarts student. Like, I know exactly how I behave. And who would my favorite, I would know everything. Like, even like sitting in the hall. I think also, I mean, it kind of became true when I went to London with my mum and we went to the Warner Brothers studios. It did feel like I was a Hogwarts student for a day. Like, it genuinely did feel like that. So maybe it manifested in that way. It kind of actually did. But all those years before, I was like, I know exactly what it would feel like, what it would look like. And seeing that in kind of like real life, like the studio, it did feel very real, like amazingly real. So even then it worked. So yeah, whatever your desire is, it is as simple and easy as, you know, and I know probably you're like, it wasn't easy graduating from high school, but in the natural kind of way, you know, of course it's work. Of course you have to take the steps. Of course you need to adjust, but it's as natural as graduating from high school, is natural from going from kindergarten to elementary school. It's as natural and simple as that. That's what I'm going to say. Anyways, I hope this video is helping you manifesting your desires. You deserve it because it's you, babe. It's you. You deserve it. It's already yours. And now just do the work and get it.